Okay, so this is a follow-up to that video. My phone battery died. And I'm about to take a nap. So my concern right now with the world is we've lost touch with objective reality and any standards that are based there from objective reality. Some standards that are lacking right now, are like what is a sin? Is something right or wrong? People are judging every act by how it benefits them. Are you, the whole idea is you are whatever you think you are. You're beautiful because you think you're beautiful. You're whatever you believe, and that's a really dangerous thing because for happiness and for accomplishment, you have to work fucking hard. Like you can't just be everything. You can't expect everyone to respect you just for being. And it's drawing people farther and farther reality because there's dissonance going on. I think people go out to reality and they think they're important because on Facebook they're important and they don't realize why nobody listens to them in person. And it's deteriorating the difference between what's real and what's not real. And that's one of the reasons why I focus so much my efforts and you know, reminding people that there are real things going on and there is an objective reality. And sometimes it hurts, and sometimes objective reality shows you that you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing in life. And that should be a wake up call to either act different or accept the consequences in the afterlife. Is another. I try not to shove religion down anybody's face, but you know what I mean? Like if you decide to sin, you're going to hell. Kind of accept that, and at least don't try to pretend that everything's okay. I keep on getting in fights with people on the Facebook, and I think I'm going to back off from Facebook because it's not helping anyone because they're not listening to me about like how like one of the fights was about sex workers, and someone posted a sex work. I'm like, yeah, it's a work, but it's also sin. And if you're going to disagree that sex work is a sin, what is a sin? If I mean, I'm not saying that I don't sin, and a person who calls something as a sin isn't saying that they're not a sinner. They're saying that they acknowledge when they do things that are actions that are sins. It doesn't make you. Everybody is a sinner. And some people just decide to try not to sin. It's very, very easy. Like, it's a very easy life when you look at everything like what's right, what's wrong. Sometimes the repercussions are a little weird because sometimes, you end up like getting the short end of the stick because you did the right thing, but shrugs, I'm always ending up on top anyway. Like, nothing bad's happened since I started this new way of life. And it seems like people respect me and have my back because I am consistently doing the right thing. But it is based on a set of principles, and we need to get back to a principle-based approach. And this whole metaverse is trying to tear us away from reality in a place where like everything is awesome, everything is great, everything's beautiful. You can be 100 pounds or 600 pounds. You're just beautiful. Like you can look whatever you want. You can eat whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can treat people however you want because you're just a beautiful, unique fucking flower. Bullshit. Like, it's not like that at all. So there are bad people out there. When you do bad things, you're being a bad person. You don't have to be a bad person the rest of your life because at any second you can be like, I'm changing. I'm not being bad anymore. I used to be bad. I was a horrid person. One day I said, no more. I'm not going to act like that anymore. I will not do that anymore. And everyone has a power to, when they know they're doing things that are just immoral and disgusting, just disgusting human behavior, they can stop or they can decide not to, but it's a choice. And pretending that it isn't a choice is going to hurt, us more than anything. And this metaverse is kind of like you get an avatar and you're a video game character. And, now everybody's the same. We all look the same. And they're signing us video. Now it looks like Zuckerberg, ha ha ha. The people he doesn't like, he's giving us ugly avatars, shrugs, it's just whatever. Um, I slay in real life no matter what happens. So I will never, ever, not once in my life, see the inside of the metaverse. I recommend everyone who's watching this follows my lead. We don't know what's in there. And the whole problem with addiction, like I know I'm an addict, so I won't do drugs because I know that even though I know it's bad for me, I might say I'm doing it just once. The nature of a drug is it hooks you in. These are addictive. They're making this categorically addictive. Social media, they made it addictive. It goes to the same brain centers as a drug, as gambling, as sex. And now we're all addicted to all of these things. I will not go on at once because I don't know what will happen to me. I have a what addicts call a healthy fear, and I have a very healthy fear of drugs and this place as much as I did. It's going to suck people in. As soon as this thing launches, we're going to lose half the population because they hate their lives, because we've been told that we can be like, eat whatever we want, do whatever we want, you're wonderful. But people know deep down that even though they have memes about how wonderful they are and how beautiful they are, they're unhealthy. You're on all these prescription medications because nobody's telling you to eat well and to exercise. So now you're sick and you're going around telling, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that. And like, you don't feel that way. You feel like shit about yourself. A bunch of depressed people, of course, they're going to dive onto this metaverse because their real life sucks. And my solution here is work hard on developing a real life that doesn't suck. And I think that's the only way out here. You have to work very, very, very hard to develop a life that doesn't suck and to develop a person to build yourself, because you are responsible for building yourself. Like if you are like a loser of a creature or a bad whatever, you built an avatar that sucks and you need to rebuild it, because whoever you are right now, that's your fault. Like nobody else built you but you. Every single decision got you here. I understand a lot of people are abused and nobody should be abused, but at the same point you made decisions to get you into that predicament, and you can make decisions to get you out of that predicament. You can make decisions to change yourself for the better. So if you feel crappy as a person, or you don't like who you are, that's your problem. And change. So that's my message. Change. I change. If I can change, anybody can change. So you have two options: change and be a better person, and then be happy with yourself, that you don't even need like a virtual reality or a bunch of memes to tell you you're beautiful and this and that. Or you can just jump into this virtual reality where everyone's equal, and you're being manipulated. You are being manipulated. You're losing track of reality. This is narcissistic abuse.